You don't touch another woman's drugs, regardless if she's easy, or you profess how much you love your girlfriend. You don't touch another woman's drugs, regardless if she's easy, or you profess how much you love your girlfriend. Touch another woman's drugs, regardless if she's easy, while you profess how much you love your girlfriend. Touch another woman's drugs, regardless if she's easy, or you profess how much you love your girlfriend. You don't touch another woman's drugs, regardless if she's easy, or you profess how much you love your girlfriend. You don't touch another woman's drugs, regardless if she's easy, or you profess how much you love your girlfriend.
Welcome, one and all. I'm your host, Matt Taylor, broadcasting live from Brighton. Be right on in Brighton. One of the reasons I want to go live is just to demonstrate to everyone that I am not the Brighton's breasts currently in extraordinary Milo's chat room. So as you can see, I hope you can see that there, maybe not. You know, I'll tell you, these people who think it's clever to clone people, it's absolutely diabolical, really. It's not clever at all. So let's just have a look at, bear with me. There we go. Look at this. Brighton's breasts. Someone pretending to be me. Send the cash. Buy Baz. You know, I just want to assure everyone. Look at them. I mean, sounds like HMO bomber. I mean, this is obsession, isn't it? This is obsession here. Look at this. All this. It isn't normal. It isn't normal behavior, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean? It isn't normal behavior. So I just wanted to point that out to everyone. It's not clever. It's not clever in the slightest. So one story I want to get out to everyone is, of course, I mean, I don't know if you saw it yesterday. I certainly did. Let me just get up some visuals before I tell you the story. Yes, no doubt you all caught the egging last night between Connor, Ben, and Chris Eubank Jr. Absolutely, I loved that. I did. 1-0 to Eubank. And I don't know about any of you, whether you've been egged, but it reminded me when I got egged back in the school days. We were in secondary school in Cardinal Newman, and it was Michael Dean. Michael Dean was the guy who egged me. Now, Michael Dean was like the number 2 the number 2 lad in our year. Number 1 being Jack Deneen. Jack Deneen was he was the best footballer in the school, and of course he was destined to become a professional footballer. He never actually became a professional footballer in the end. He had an injury. So they were the top kids: Jack Deneen, Michael Dean, and you could say Peter Zarbo. These are names from the past. So there was one day, it happened on a Friday. We're all getting the bus back, and I think Michael Dean used to get off Hove, and then I used to carry on to Port Slade. Now, on this particular occasion, Michael Dean decided to egg someone before alighting the bus. And lo and behold, he chose me to egg. And so I remember standing there because it was standing room only. And out of nowhere, Michael Dean said, right, I'm off. See you later. And just as he was jumping off the bus, he stopped and smashed an egg into my face. And then jumped off the bus and laughed hysterically as the bus drove off with egg yolk dripping down from my face. Now, in the same way, Connor Ben was absolutely livid, literally foaming at the mouth. So was I. I was furious. I was totally livid with anger. And I remember my mum and sister, they got it big style that whole weekend. And fair dues to my mother and sister. They let it go through one ear and out the other, because I was livid for the whole weekend. I was just like, in the same way as Eddie Hearn says it's going to be attack on sight. That's all I was thinking. As soon as I see Michael Dean, I am going to enact my revenge. Now, Michael Dean, he could look after himself. He wasn't particularly the toughest in the year. I think Jack Deneen was the footballer I mentioned. But, Michael Dean was up there, but I didn't fucking care. No way. You don't egg me and get away with it. So, come Monday morning, I went to school because we living in Port Slade. We were the first on the school bus, so we all bundle on at Port Slade station, and then off we go. And Michael Dean gets on the bus like halfway through the journey at Hove. So I was upstairs. As soon as Michael Dean came upstairs, sat down, I was on him, attack at first sight, and I fucking flew for him, punching him, but I got pulled off. So he knew right from the start what my intentions were. And then it happened again. People managed to calm me down. And then it happened again when the bus stopped at school. As soon as we all got off the bus on Upper Drive outside Carl Newman, I attacked him again, fist flying. And I caught him a few times there. And that was funny because that was the first time my sister saw me fighting, so she knew I was in a livid mood all weekend. And so that impressed Emma and my sister. And then I got pulled off him again, and then we managed to calm down. And then when it was back in the classroom, when we all got into the classroom, it kicked off again. I flew for him, and I caught him with a few whoppers, if you know what I mean. And even in the classroom, the teacher had a bit of a challenge, calming me down and getting me off Michael Dean. But yeah, I mean, and it was all good, I suppose. I got myself a bit of a reputation after that incident. For goodness sake, don't egg Matt Taylor, because you'll come to regret it. But so the egging of of Connor Ben brought back memories for me. And then of course it's just elevated the whole kind of like the whole fight to new levels now, isn't it? I mean, there's a press conference like being set up for Thursday, and will that happen? We doubt it very much. But listen, I wanted to share that with you because wow, that brought back some memories. And then of course I wanted to make it clear that there's a fake Matt Taylor out there. So you know, are we going to allow this to continue? Are we just going to turn the blind eye to all this rubbish? I'll be back with you after the promotional video.
Scrolling through the feed, what do I see? Taylor's face where it shouldn't be. Superimposed, looking divine. Big-breasted beauty with a twisted design. Is it a joke or something more? A playful game or an open door? He says he's fine, no dysphoria in sight. Just a love for curves that feels so right. Votes in, it's spreading fast. Taylor votes yes, but don't be misled. He's just having fun inside his head. No confusion, no disguise. Just a man with playful eyes. Trolling the web with edits bold. A story online forever told. Is it a joke or something more? A playful game or an open door? He says he's fine, no dysphoria in sight. Just a love for curves that feels so right. Do it long or take a stand. Taylor's world is never bland. A viral trend, a meme, a new. What comes next, it's up to you. Spew Infinity asks, the poll is cast. 5 votes in, it's spreading fast. Taylor votes yes, but don't be misled. He's just having fun inside his head. No confusion, no disguise. Just a man with playful eyes. Trolling the web with edits bold. A story online forever told. Is it a joke or something more? A playful game or an open door? He says he's fine, no dysphoria in sight. Just a love for curves that feels so right.
Yeah, so that was the in response to Stu Infinity's poll. Serious question, asks Stu Infinity. Could Taylor from Brighton be suffering from gender dysphoria? What an interesting concept. And, you know, even though I voted yes on the poll, just for a bit of laugh, I don't really think so. The truth is, I just love big boobs. Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, I'm a 50-year-old man, and I'm used and I'm familiar with the body of a man. I know there's other men of my age who feel compelled to change their sex, but you know, I'm happy just to use AI, have a bit of fun. And a rather sorrowful poll, I must admit. Stu Infinity, only 5 votes, 80% say yes and 20% say maybe. But ultimately, in the famous words of Tyrone D, no one really cares. But evidently someone cares enough to clone me. And of course, ultimately, that's all about sowing discord, causing drama. And of course, we know the usual suspects who like to do that. And so the other bit of news today I'd like to report is the offer by whatever his name is, Pip Smoke, or whatever his bloody stupid name is. Let me see what his name is. I do all this up on more news from our crazy corner of YouTube, which you can find at, funny enough, more news from our crazy corner of YouTube. But bear in mind, I haven't actually put this one up. So the deal is, I think you're all aware that Darth Viper's YouTube channel is no more. And I briefly came across Darth Viper's last community post in which he spoke about leaving YouTube because of the drama makers, so to speak. And oh, here we go. Okay, fair enough. And so I mentioned it'll be nice if anyone had kind of like screenshot it, and or let me just play the promotional video. I think that'll be best. There's been an offer I'm very happy to decline. A big shout out to Katie in the house. Evening to you. I trust your week is treating you well. Well, thank you ever so much, Katie. And I trust it's been treating you well too. Let's play this little video. An offer I'm happy to decline.
Like trolls come knocking, spreading their lies, thinking they can trick me with a cheap disguise.
But you can see that on my back catalogue, so don't worry about that. So yeah, I think the offer was, sorry for being all over the place, the offer I'm happy to decline is this guy. I don't know who his name is. I should really get his name, and it's easy for me to do so. What was this guy's name? What is his guy's now? I don't even know his bloody name. It's so ridiculous. What is it? Some idiot's name. I'll give you the screenshot under the following conditions. You'll unban everyone and promise to never ban anyone again. You must dedicate 2 hours every week for Plisco to come onto your show for a full 2 hours. You and him have to have it out during that time. The show will officially be called Matt and Plisco, and it will air every week until the end of time as part of the agreement. Do we have a deal? That made me laugh. Matt, are you currently on Milo's? No, I mean, that was thanks ever so much for Tube England. That was one of the reasons I went live, just to demonstrate that there's the Brighton's Best clone in operation. Funny enough, the Brighton's Best is actually now in the chat room. And so, it's not nice. It's not nice doing that. And ultimately, we have to police our own social media platform, because it's not clever. It's not clever in the slightest. What can you do, though? What can you do? What can you do when someone is intent on doing a hit job on you? I mean, from my personal experience, you just got to run with it. You got to let them do their worst. And I tell you, at the moment, yes, thanks, Katie. I've blocked it as well. At the moment, there seems to be a real concerted effort by the usual suspects to, no, it's all right, Tube England. There's nothing to thank me for. But there's a real concerted effort by the usual suspects to push me back into the limelight. Now, you know, it begs the question, if I'm such an irrelevance, why are you paying so much attention? And in a peculiar, perverted sort of way, it's a compliment. It's a compliment in a crazy kind of way. I don't particularly understand it. But these people, and that's, I've said this before, and no doubt I'll say it again, there is a level of insanity in the mix. There are seriously mentally ill people who think it's perfectly acceptable to commit crimes right in front of everyone. And that's something I want to get across to the audience. Listen, you know, let's not lie to ourselves. We all know who's doing this. We all know the individuals and the individuals, plural, the individual and the individuals who are responsible for this. But yet, we're also more than happy to support these individuals. And you can support these individuals by not calling them out, by not, you know, pulling them up on their behavior. Because I'm very confident that if this was happening to you, and it has happened to Katie, and actually, to be fair, no doubt it has happened to a lot of us. I mean, who can put their hands up and say, I've never been cloned? I don't think there's many people who can. So maybe it's a problem that's epidemic across this social media platform. But either way, I mean, today I've been watching the Donald Trump cabinet. Very interesting. I found that thoroughly interesting. I mean that's like real politics for me. So listen, I was watching the Trump cabinet, but also I was aware of this extraordinaire Milo, however you pronounce it, Reese, that I had a fake, lost my words at the moment, a fake Brighton's Best operating in that platform. And, you know, it only works on a virgin audience, on an audience who aren't familiar with me, because, you know, whatever that fake Matt was going on about, it certainly wasn't the language I would use. But hey, yeah, so that was the reason why I wanted to go live. I thought I'll get it out the way quick, because, you know, ultimately going live is a sacrifice of my time. And like many people, we've all got Netflix now, and there's lots of good stuff. And, you know, call me the Brighton Walrus, because I know some people do out there. But sometimes there's nothing better to do than just sit back on your sofa and watch a political thriller on Netflix. And I just finished watching the Ground Zero, whatever it was. My memory's totally shot to bits. I don't know what I remember watching. Oh, and also I watched a very good High Potential on Disney Plus. I love a bit of police drama. Yes, like Katie says in the chat, time is valuable. And And going live is a sacrifice of one's time for the audience. Yes, I do have Disney's Plus. I got a 3-month deal on Vodafone. You know, Vodafone, they made me an offer I couldn't refuse. Pay £2 extra a month, get 6 more gigabytes, and we'll throw in 3 months of Disney. But frustratingly, I can't find that 1,000 words, a journey of 1,000 words, or whatever that's meant to be, from the makers of Peaky Builders. Yeah, that's it. 1,000 blows. I can't seem to find it. So I don't know whether I'm on the wrong subscription or something. But the point I'm trying to make is, I thought I'll jump on quick, tell my story about being egged, because I thought that was great. I was watching the press conference between Connor Ben and Chris Eubank Jr. And, you know, Connor being egged reminded me of my own story of being egged. But I got that out of the system now. Oh, so it's out on the 25th of Feb, right? No wonder I couldn't see it. So that's interesting. So this, with Katie's talking about the 1,000 blows look good. It's coming out on the 24th. But isn't it today the 26th? Came out, well, but I'll have another look tonight then. I'll have another look tonight and see what's happening. So, yeah, I mean, listen. There's a lot happening. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of angry people out there. There's a lot of vengeful people. And there's a lot of people who want to see other people kind of like brought down a peg or two. And I'm in that category. You know, I'm in that category. I'd like to see a lot of people brought down a peg or two. And I suppose that's just the nature of it. It's out already, yes. For some reason, I can't find it. For some reason, I cannot access 1,000 blows. And I'm not talking about blowjobs. But mind you, 1,000 blowjobs staggered over a period of time would be nice. But listen, let's just move swiftly on. Have I got gender dysphoria? No, of course I haven't. I just love big boobs and big bottoms, I suppose. You know, I'm a middle-aged man. I know middle-aged men do feel compelled to change their sex, but I personally think that's just crazy. It's a crazy concept to me. But then again, to be fair, I'm sure there's lots of concepts that I live by that other people would view as crazy. You know, and of course, isn't that the wonder of humanity, that so many different ideas can exist under the umbrella we call society. It's good to have a mix of ideas, opinions and outlooks. You know, we don't want to like become the hive in which we all follow the instructions of one. But mind you, can it not be argued that that's what the elites want to happen? Yeah, so I've been busy making loads of videos, and you know, it allows me to be creative. I like it, and yeah, I mean, it's good all in all. So we've already done 30 minutes. I don't really know what else to say. So why don't we just wrap it up and get on with something more interesting instead? But come on, we do want more people going live. So that'd be a good idea. What do I want to do more going live? There is something, I want to look at my moon rocks again. I noticed there've been some pretty cool high definition pictures of Mars released recently. And I've been having a look through them. That's something I'd like to do, look through them with you. And also go back to those asteroid pictures of the high definition pictures of landers on asteroids. I mean, the debris up there is absolutely amazing. And I want to revisit those pictures in which, I kid you not, which I've seen an egg, a dinosaur's egg. And you can see I'll tell you, it looked like a rodent on a rock. And then there's a whole skeleton. And you can see the difference in the white of the bone against the darkness of the rock. So that's fascinating. I'm also aware that once the weekend comes, I'll be having my son over again. So I won't be going live. But, what do we get out of going live anymore? Yeah. Oh, yes, that's it. Did you see the news about the planets being aligned this week? That's something I'd want to do. I want to take Lewis out on Friday, because just behind us, we're on the outskirts of Brighton here, and it's literally a 10-minute walk to get up to the highest point in Brighton. And at the highest point on a clear day, you can see all the way to Worthing. It's absolutely beautiful. And I remember like a planetary alignment last year, maybe not as many planets, but there was a planetary alignment last year, and I was up there, and it was amazing because you just could look over your head and you could see the planets aligned. Okay, the planets were just lights in the sky, not dots in the sky, but it was just, again, it gave me goosebumps. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it this time. Yes, Tube England. When I read about how old this planet actually is, it blows my mind. Yeah. I mean, yeah, and that equates to the size of the universe, doesn't it? How old and big. Because I love seeing those comparison pictures of stars. How our sun is literally a dot compared to some of those stars out there. A line this morning onwards. It's fantastic. So yeah, I hope to be up, cloud cover willing. And they do say, I say, Kate says, be another 15 years or so till they align again. These events don't come often. And so, let's take advantage of it. My mother always used to go on about the planetary alignment. And I know a lot of people, well, Harry's going around saying that I was brought up in the arts of the occult. And while I'd like to kind of like play on that, I wasn't really. I didn't give a blind bit of attention to it, to be fair. And my mother certainly didn't push it on me. I know in the past I've played on it, but not for me. It was never for me. Growing up, different generation. I had my mates. I was out enjoying myself. But it just goes to show, especially with tonight, with the fake Matt Taylor in the Milo room, there are people out there who are intent on setting me up. Let's not beat around the bush here. There are people out there who are intent on setting me up. and they've tried it for years already, and it's evidently they're gearing up for another series, another season of setting me up. And all I've got to do is just kind of like take it on the chin. I've heard it's going to be on Friday. What? I mean, on Friday they're going to be in perfect alignment, aren't they? But from now, a week either side, you'll see the planets in the sky. I mean, it's just fascinating. It's a beautiful sight. And perhaps it was my imagination, but the last time I was up on the top of Brighton, looking at the planetary alignment, I imagined that there was a force, a galaxy force being released, and it was flooding me. It was lovely. It was lovely. So, where are we now? We're on Wednesday, aren't we? Wednesday, the 26th of Feb. Good God, isn't it? So we're nearly approaching February. As long as you can see what they are doing, yes. Know thyself. Oh, you're talking about the trolls, yeah. No. I mean, ultimately, if I'm so irrelevant, and of course, none of us are ultimately irrelevant. You know, we all mean something to someone. But ultimately, that someone has to be yourself. If you don't value yourself, no one else will. And yeah, but either way, I've pretty much got used to this now. At some point, bear in mind, at some point, I am going to retaliate, because it's only natural to retaliate. So at some point in the proceedings, I'm going to retaliate, and that's going to be fun in itself. But until then, I'm being kept busy with family life, girlfriend life, and I've got some stuff in the background which I'm not going to tell you about. No way am I telling you about it. Because there's certain sections of the audience will do their utmost to sabotage it. Because you can't have Matt Taylor being successful in life, can you? Oh no. Yeah, that goes against the narrative, that does. Funny bunch. You're a funny bunch. You're a funny bunch. But I really, sincerely, I really don't know why we can't be friends. How this, no, I could never be friends with him. We have to get him set up. He has to be arrested and locked up. Otherwise, I'm not going to be happy. Oh, Justin's in the house saying apparently it's lush. I know. I mean, these people are under the impression that whatever they post in public, that I don't get to find out. I suffered from FOMO as much as the rest, as the next man. The fear of missing out. I'm just as human as the next man, and so without people telling me what's been said, I usually come across it myself. And fucking hell, I have to admit it because it's the truth. My investment in this corner of YouTube is taking up far too much of my time. I mean, my eyes are on it all the time, and surely that can't be helpful. This bloody black box I have in my hand, it's not healthy. Don't know about you, but it's certainly not healthy for me. What's this? JOMO. What does the J stand for in JOMO? Yeah, so the point on what I was making there was that I usually get to find out everything that's been said. And I sometimes feel as if the people saying it think, Matt Taylor won't get won't get to read about that. Anyway, what does it matter? What does it matter? It's all crazy. And here today, gone tomorrow kind of thing. I mean, one thing that does bring a smile to my face is that I've got so much material out there. Oh, the joy of missing out. Yes, Katie, I like that. I like what you've done there. You've turned it around. You've turned like a negative to the positive. In fact, we all should strive to get rid of the FOMO and embrace the JOMO. I like it. The joy of missing out. Yes. Well, honestly, that's eye-opening. That is. That's very eye-opening. J for joy. I like what you're doing there, Katie. The creature mouse just posted about it, mocking you. What a sad twat. Oh well, you know. Can it not be argued that the mouse is my publicist? You know? Not my quote. Oh, okay. Can it not be argued that that the mouse is my publicist? I'm sure I've been brought to more people's attention because of the publicity I get from Trouser Mouse than anything else. You know, and apparently for someone as narcissistic as myself, you're only doing me a favour. No, but oh yeah, that was what I was on about, wasn't it? I love the fact that I've got so much material out there. You know, people often talk about, well, narcissists like me often talk about our legacy, and I'm just glad I've got a shitload of a body of work out there that you know, if World War III doesn't kick off in the next decade or two, this body of work will be out there. So, you know, I've left something behind. The creature is your biggest fan. I know. Aren't I lucky? And I always have felt lucky. I really am the most luckiest man in the world. And in the same way we turn negatives to positives, forget about the FOMO, embrace the JOMO, there is a part of me that's always felt very lucky to have the attention of the mouse. Because I'm sure the mouse has done more for keeping me in the limelight than anyone else has. And I don't particularly worry about some of the stuff the mouse pushes because it's so ridiculously untrue. You can crack on, as far as I'm concerned. And I'm just grateful that not only are there lots of imbeciles in the world, there are also lots of intelligent people. And ultimately, anyone with an ounce of intelligence can look at my story and appraise it for what it is. It's all a bit of fun. Over to Tube England, who says, the vermin linking to a malicious docs page also seems to have backfired on them. I know, it's funny. It's funny. They're a weird bunch. They are a weird bunch, and I find it amusing when they think they've kind of like got one up, when actually the only people who are kind of like supporting you or holding your reputations up are a bunch of imbeciles who are just as sad and pathetic. But I don't want to say that out loud. I don't want to get into that hamster wheel of calling people sad and pathetic, even though they evidently are. Oh, A1000, can I tell you a secret on Netflix? Right. Thank you for the suggestion. Yes, can I tell you a secret on Netflix? I'll look into that. I'll be wrapping it up in 15 minutes time, and then I'm going to relax and watch Netflix for the rest of the evening, quite frankly. But sadly, I'll still be checking the black box, when really I should be embracing the JOMO. Dump the FOMO, embrace the JOMO. I like that. So there's a recommendation from Katie. Can I tell you a secret on Netflix? Lovely, lovely jubbly. So what else? What else is news? What else is news? Because I had a bit of time, not so much time off, but I was busy, wasn't I, for about a week, because it was half term, that was right. And I was up at the Magical Imaginary Girlfriends for a week, and then I had Lewis on the weekend. Yeah, I mean, but going live, what's the motivation now for going live? Sometimes, you can just capture the night. Sometimes you can just utilize the mood. Sometimes we're just in the mood, for an orgy, kind of speaking. Not an orgy, but just an orgy of fun, entertainment, and chat. And so it is magic when we catch everyone at the right time. I think that's the magic of going live, catching everyone in the mood for a great orgy of mayhem. And that's when it just kicks off. And I love that. That's when the adrenaline starts pumping, and the live gets spoken about for days, or if not weeks after. But other times it's a bit of a slower affair, if you know what I mean. So Justin says, imagine storing thousands of videos and comments from years ago. What an obsessed weirdo is the creature mouse. I know, I mean, that talk about FOMO. Talk about FOMO and talk about content theft. And I had that a couple of weeks ago, or a week ago, where I was doing a live, and then Harry Mocker just comes out and says it's been recorded. It's like, whoa, mate, hang on. Why on earth are you recording my stuff? If you know what I mean. Why on earth are you recording my content? It's just this sense of entitlement people have. Oh, we got Pip Smoker. I mean, and this Pip Smoker, his name changes all over the place. So I don't know what's going on there. Hello, Pip Smoker. Hello, Mr. Breasts. Thank you, Mr. Breasts. I do like that. When is the Matt and Plisco? Let me assure you, Plisco is. Oh, honestly, I'm having an allergic reaction. I'm having an allergic reaction. Just even the mention of his name kind of like makes my heart miss a beat or two. Oh, fuck off. That. Hey, listen, I endeavour to live by a few principles. Oh, that was that. Shut up, you idiot. Fucking idiot. That was AI. Fuck off, you prick. You got me right and triggered now. I especially have got no time for Blisco because he got me arrested. Okay? He spammed somebody's name on my channel and he got me arrested for it. That guy is an absolute nasty individual who has gone out of his way to lose me channels and get me arrested. In fact, he will only be happy when he set me up and I'm in jail. So please, Pip Smoker, You know, I'm more than happy to have you here. Yeah, it is bringing back flashbacks. I'm more than happy to have you here, okay? But any more, and I'll be more than happy to ban you. Yeah, I know, it's just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, and I think that individual has been behind setting up a lot of people. A lot of people. I remember that time he tried to set up Andy Devine by declaring him dead. What? And no, please. Please. No. No. The only thing I'm glad of is that Pip Smoker has only come in the last 15 minutes of the live. Because that's one thing. Oh my God. I'm having an allergic reaction. If only you could see me now. If I put the camera on now, you'd see me in green blotches. I've come over with green blotches. Fucking hell. I need to calm down, man. I need to calm down, man. Yes, horrible. Horrible individual. Yeah, horrible. So, you know, it may be funny for you, and I don't begrudge you a little giggle. Don't worry about it. You know? It's all a bit of a laugh. Don't worry about it, Pip. Just came home from walking my dog in the woods. How interesting. What dog have you got? What breed of dog have you got? Didn't see you. Cheeky little devil. Oh, do make me laugh. And thank you for the laughs. Because, yeah, I need to get something out of it. I need to get something out of my hour sacrificed to you. You know what I mean? And a little giggle makes the hour all the more worthwhile. Nina Simone, misunderstood. Certainly not Plisco. He's a criminal. Oh, he's a nasty individual. Nasty. And yeah, I mean, no. There's some, if stealing a quote from Katie, if it ain't adding up, subtract. And you know, there are, oh, lovely Great Dane, wonderful. It's beneficial to get rid of certain toxic individuals in your life. And, you know, that individual is someone I can do without in my life. And so that was quite an adrenaline rush today, having the I'll give you a screenshot in exchange for letting the bell end on your platform. That made me laugh. And it gave me an excuse to make a song and make a video. But really, I mean, I've got to get on with my other projects, you know. And I am, to be fair. So, you know, my strategy at the moment is to do a little bit of everything. So I'm doing a little bit of everything. And that way, if you regularly do a little bit of everything, you're making progress. You know, ultimately, it's all about making progress. And so, yeah, that's good. Hey, listen, everyone, we're coming up to the last 5 minutes. It gave you content. Yes, that's right. And as a prolific content creator, I grasp upon any excuse to make content. Yeah. I'm glad you're laughing because, listen, ultimately, that's all what it's about, okay? It's all this is just to entertain you, bring a smile to your face, and have a giggle. That's all it's about for me, anyway. But listen, it's coming up to an hour. I told you my story about being egged by Michael Dean. It all brings back memories after the Connor Ben and Chris Eubank egging yesterday. 1-0 to Eubank. For the record, I'm in the Eubank camp. You know, Brighton boy. Brighton's my tribe, and so I love it. I think it's brilliant. Well done, Chris. Getting there. But funny enough, Chris Eubank Jr. is adamant that this fight won't go ahead. He's still under the belief that this fight won't go ahead. And, you know, incidents like that, it puts this fight in jeopardy. Because, as Eddie Hearn said yesterday, Conor Benn is ready to attack on sight. And, you know, there's a press conference booked for tomorrow. And so anything could happen at that press conference tomorrow. And if Conor Benn is in that mindset to attack on sight, this fight could very well be cancelled. It's already been cancelled once, and it could well be cancelled again. And in some strange, mystical manner, Chris Eubank Jr., his prediction would come true. This fight may not go ahead. Anything can happen. And yesterday proved anything does happen. But what it did do, it did bring back memories of when I got egged by Michael Dean. I got egged on the Friday, and it took me the whole weekend. I was angry. I was furious. But he came to regret it Monday. Trust me. Trust me. He regretted it Monday. And funny enough, it actually done me a world of good, because my stock went up in the year. You know, no one realised I was such a madman. No one realised I was ready to go in there, fists flying. Over to Hillbilly Rock. Hi Matt, just popping in to let you know there is an imposter in Milo's causing a ruckus in the chat and on the panel. Thanks ever so much, Hillbilly, for bringing that to my attention. Again, one of the reasons I went live was to demonstrate to the audience that I'm not currently in Milo's live. I think, yeah, I'm not, absolutely. So I can see, let's just get this chat out. We may go a bit over the hour, you know, but that's not too much of a concern. So what we got here? Yes. Thanks, Tube England, for going over there. Who is Milo? This is the let me share his page for you. This is Extraordinary Milo. That's his channel. So yeah, there we go. Ukraine's, oh bloody hell. Look, there's someone talking anyway, I don't really know. But yeah, I'm broadcasting right now, he says. Honestly, this is just crazy, isn't it? Crazy. I didn't see you go live as promised. I saw yeah, okay. You're in my chat room, or was it a clone? I mean, talking about this, you know, sowing discord, and of course, the mouse is famous for saying that he loves to play us all off each other. And if this isn't an example of playing us all off each other, I do not know. This is exactly what it means to play us all off each other. You know, there you go. And what I'm angry about is that a few nights ago in Daft Vipers is an innocent party in the guise of Lady Z was at the receiving end of some pretty nasty comments. You know, and we all know who these people are. We all know it's obviously it's the usual suspect. Milo thinks it's you. Just keep your guard up. Yep. Well, you know, I'll contact Milo. I'll contact Milo soon. Also drops like a buddy. Right. Yeah. I know. It's such a shame, isn't it? It's such a shame because it's the easiest way to sow discord and to set people up. It's just a surefire way to do it. I've fallen for it. Other people have cloned people. Come on. And especially when you got a virgin. Oh, look. What's this? Tube England? Yeah, okay. I know. And the lies are just kind of like, the lies are totally out there all the time. Let me just get you a picture. This is the Milo at the moment. That's Milo. He seems a character. He looks a character. Hello, Milo. Hello, Milo. I shan't keep him up too long because he, you know, those days of grobnobbing are long gone, aren't they? Oh yeah, I was listening to a video in which that certain individual from Preston, we all know who he is about, he made out that the mouse that out of my, there was this one channel I nearly had 500 subscribers, and it was one of the channels that Bellend lost by porn bombing it, which I hasten to add with homosexual pornography. You know, let's remember that, everyone. You know, Bellend distributed homosexual pornography. Not that that's any worse than any other heterosexual pornography, but I'm just making a point. What does that say about Bellend? Come on, it says he's homosexual. If you go around distributing homosexual pornography, it must tell you that it's a homosexual. Just saying. But anyway, there was the certain individual from Preston. He posted a video congratulating Plisco, the Bellend, for porn bombing me. And he mentioned out of those 500 subs, 30 were no doubt the mouse's, and 25 was his own. So, you know, I've got 14, okay? I've got 14. And people say, that's crazy. Well, you know, it's all relative, isn't it? It's all relative. But anyway, listen, it's gone past the hour. I've told you what I wanted to tell you. I've put up a statement on my community pages just explaining that there's a fake Matt Taylor in Milo's chat. I mean, that's all I can do, really. I can't do much else than that. And on that note, I'd just like to thank A1000 for popping in. I'd like to thank Tube England for coming over, for Justin. Thank you for popping in. And yeah, that goes the same for Pip Smoker and Hillbilly Rock. Thank you ever so much for spending your time with me. Yes, looks like the same group. HJ, Helen James was targeting. I know. Same soup, different gravy, says Katie. So listen, thank you ever so much. Have a good evening, and I will catch you again soon. I'm going to leave you with a promotional video. Thank you ever so much.
You say I'm nothing, you say I'm done, yet you're knocking on my door, still begging for some. You call me a loser. say I should be gone, but you just can't quit me. Guess I was right all along. If I'm so small, if I don't mean a thing, why you crawling back, trying to be king? If I'm so wrong, if I don't belong, why you writing my name like it's your favorite song? So irrelevant, yet you need me here, talking in circles, whispering in fear. So irrelevant, yet you want my space, begging for airtime, trying to save face. Oh, you need me now, but you won't admit. If I'm so irrelevant, why can't you quit? You make demands like you're calling the shots, but your house is made of glass and I see the spots. You want my time, you want my stage, but all you bring is empty rage. If I'm so dull, if I don't need, why you waiting in my comment line? If I'm so bad, if I don't belong, why you craving my name like your favorite song? So irrelevant, yeah, you need me here, talking in circles, whispering in fear. So irrelevant, yeah, you want my space, begging for airtime, trying to save face. Oh, you need me now, but you won't admit. If I'm so irrelevant, why can't you quit? Demands like you're calling the shots, but your house is made of glass and I see the spots. You want my time, you want my stage, but all you bring is empty rage. If I'm so dull, if I don't shine, why you waiting in my comment line? If I'm so bad, if I don't belong, why you craving my name like your favorite song? So irrelevant, yeah, you need me here, talking in circles, whispering. So irrelevant, yeah, you want my space, begging for airtime, trying to save face. Oh, you need me now, but you won't admit. If I'm so irrelevant, why can't you quit? Call it obsession, call it what you will. You thrive on my name, yet you claim I'm ill. But I see through the lies, I see through the game. Without me in sight, you'd have no name. So irrelevant, yet you keep coming back, writing my story while you fade to black. So irrelevant, but the truth is clear, you need me more than I need you here.